Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am in such a good mood. Did you see what I saw when I opened the blinds this morning? Sun, sun, sun. You've got no idea how happy I get in the summer. Well, maybe you do because I've been vlogging for a few summers, but do you know what it is, right? I woke up this morning, there was the most beautiful sunrise. I did take a photo of it. Unfortunately, my windows are really dirty, so that kind of overshone the picture of the sunrise. But yeah, I just woke up this morning. I'm feeling super productive. Spring is here. The spring equinox has happened. The clocks have gone back. Is that right? Forwards? I never know which one it is, but we've got more time. We don't have more time, but we do. If like the sun's out longer, which means we've got more time, even though we don't, but we do. So I'm in such a hyper mood this morning. So I thought that we could have a really productive day. I just want to get things sorted for spring. You know, I'm looking around. I'm still in winter mode. Don't like that. So I'm gonna get a good, like a nice heat on things. Do a nice spring clean. Never thought I'd say I fancied this, but I fancy clearing out one of my wardrobes. I do have two wardrobes. I feel like doing the whole thing in one day might be a little bit too much, so I'm going to do one of them. I'm planning on just being quite brutal, actually, going through the clothes, seeing what fits. Something... I'm one of these, well, I'll talk about it later, but not everything's going to get thrown out. Some things are going to get donated to charity, some things I'll be popping on my Vinted store. If you haven't checked my Vinted out before, I'll pop a screenshot up here. The link will be in the description, etc. And yeah, we're just going to have a good day, a good productive day, getting ourselves ready for the new season. So today for my lunch I'm going to be having the spring chicken, peas and potatoes. HelloFresh really helps to keep things nice and clean and tidy in my house because they only provide the correct portion amount of ingredients, so there is no waste and there's also no extras cluttering up the cupboards, so that has been really helpful. As well as that, HelloFresh has also been helping me save time, which means I've got more time to be keeping up with things like household chores, etc. because I no longer need to go to the supermarket as often as I used to, which also means that I'm keeping my food expenses low because the meals that they do provide start at just £3.15 per portion. I personally choose the 3 meals per week for 2 people, and this is great because they just pre-measure the ingredient and it all just arrives at your door ready to go. I'll pop a QR code on screen now which you can scan with your phone. That will give you 60% off the first box of HelloFresh and then 25% off the following 8 boxes. That is really nice. So this is the pesto meal. And I've got my chicken thigh, my potatoes, peas, feta, just a beautiful combination. Quick pit stop and refuel and then we'll carry on with the rest of my day. Thank you once again to HelloFresh for sponsoring this portion of the video. Okay, so I've got a load of washing on and I'm hoping to get that on the line outside. Because it's a nice day. It's not supposed to rain. It's nice and windy, nice amount of sun. So I might actually, for the first time in 2023, have my washing out on the line. I think that's a reason to celebrate. But anyway, so what I'm actually going to do whilst the washing is on, I've just realised I've got a blur filter. Oh my goodness, hang on. Is that fixed? Okay, I just realised I had a blur filter on. Anyway, it's gone. What I'm going to do is down the side of my house, I've got like a side alley, which is a little bit of a mess. I did kind of tidy some of it up with a manual the other day, like got rid of some of like the stuff that was growing. Not all of the weeds by any means, but there is some rubbish, some weeds down there, so I'm just going to focus on that side alley down there. Give a little kickstart to the garden. I'm not doing the full garden today because that would be quite a lot, but I'm just going to do that little side alley so that like, it's like if you're coming through the side alley then it's a nice place to walk, and then you hit the disaster that is the garden. But anyway, that's not the point. So yeah, I'm going to start on the side alley, get that nice and tidied up. So this is what it looks like right now. To be fair, it's not actually that bad, it's just this stuff that needs clearing. Don't really know what I'm going to do with any of it for now, but we'll get it sorted. And then I'm hoping that I might be able to put my wheelie bins down here so that they're not like out there. And then I can just kind of come out the back and put my rubbish away. So yeah, let's get started on this alley.
You said that you needed me like a cargo, you will carry me. I just hope you know my depth, even though get wet.
My bin's now down the side here, so I can just go out the back door and just put my rubbish in, and then they're easy enough to get out the back there. And then I moved this down here. This is basically just stuff like that I don't really know what to do with, so it's got like my egg chair cover, this basket I'm not really sure what was for, I might take back down to the allotment at some point, my clothes pegs which I'm going to need this afternoon for my washing. Let's put them out there. I've got to say, one of my guilty pleasures is when I'm having a bit of a sort out. I don't know what it, I mean, I change my bedding about once a week, but if I'm having one of these like spring cleans or like a general sort out, I don't know what it is, but there's something about just changing the bedding which makes me feel better. So I've already obviously stripped everything because it's going to go out on the washing line. So I'm going to change my bedding. Okay, so my parents are on the way now to help me out with something. It's something that I have been, it has been bugging me for the last 3 years. Basically, I've got a bee's nest in my roof. It's not like inside, it's not like in the loft or anything, but it's in like the soffits of the roof, and they have been there for 3 years, right? And I have had a beekeeper come out to see if I can get the nest like moved. And basically they said that they can't move them because they're bees, and if it was a wasp's nest they could move it, but it was something about the type of bees. But basically what happens is they come for the summer, annoy the shit out of me and Billy, and then they die. So they're not even like endangered bees or anything like that. They just literally come, make their nest, fly around, and then they die when the winter comes. So, but I don't know why they keep coming back to the same spot. But basically that my dad's just gonna come and like cover the gap which they go up, because basically it means that every summer I can't open my windows upstairs because they come flying in, and Billy ends up chasing them, and I'm just a little bit scared that he's gonna get stung, so I end up just not opening them, and which means that my house is roasting all summer. So my dad's gonna come and kind of block up the entrance to where they were going in for the nest, and fingers crossed that solves it, because they won't be able to go in and make a nest this year. Fingers crossed.
Lid on first.
Okay, so I am going to be cracking on with a job that I have been meaning to do. Oh, I don't want to say how long because I can't remember. I don't know how long. It's been in the back of my mind for months. And basically it's my wardrobes. So as I said at the start, I am going to be clearing out one of my wardrobes. I say clearing out. I'm basically going to go through all the clothes, all the shoes, work out what still fits me, what I still want, what I don't, and separate things out into stuff I'm going to donate to charity and things that I'm going to sell on my Vinted shop. So let's talk about, so this is the wardrobe we're going to start with. Dun 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 dun. Which currently looks like this. Doesn't look too bad, but when you dig deep, there's like layers. It's mostly the stuff that's like on the floor, which is the issue. Let me try and move you a bit. Yeah, so it's mainly the stuff that's like not hung up, which is just kind of shoved in. That's the issue. So I'm going to try and work through that. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to go through and sort of tell you about every item of clothing and why I want to do what I'm doing with it. I'm just going to crack on and get through it all. Some of it, don't get me wrong, because sometimes I feel like I can be either too brutal or not brutal enough. And the times I've been too brutal, I've got rid of things which was just simply out of season and I could have worn again. So I think the last time I did this was probably January of last year, and it was still kind of wintry and I was getting rid of like summer stuff, and when summer came round I had no clothes because I was like, oh, I haven't worn that in a while. It's like, yeah, I haven't worn it because it was winter, Jess. So I need to think about season. I need to think about whether it fits or not. Also, another thing which I need to take into consideration is some of the clothes in here don't fit, but I want to fit back into, so I am going to keep them. I know that might be a little bit, I'm not going to say controversial, but like some people will probably say I'll just get rid of it. But like there's some clothes which I don't want to get rid of because I actually really like them and I would like to fit into them again. So, I mean, there's not a lot of stuff, but yeah. So we're going to crack through this one. So this is what I was talking about. Now that I've got everything off the rail, this stuff is just more stuff, which is just kind of either fell off the rail or been shoved in. To be fair, there are bags of clothes in there, which are all stuff from my Vinted shop, which are like still yet to be sold. So if you haven't checked it out, go check out my Vinted and buy things, please. So yeah, it's just stuff that I need to sort out from here. Try and work out what I'm doing with it, and then I'm going to try and go through. I've separated into two piles, one to go and one to keep, and then I'm going to go through the to go pile and work out what's going to charity and then what's being sold on Vinted. And then when I reorganize it, I'm going to try and put it into, so I think at the back I'm probably going to put the stuff that doesn't quite fit yet, and then at the front I'm going to put the stuff that does fit, and I think we'll be coming into season soon. So yeah.
Without the pain behind it, I'm moved on now. I'm not trying to impress you anymore. Spending all this time trying to get you.
Okay, so the wardrobe is now done. I've got my things in there. So I've got like blazers there, some jumpers, like shirt style things here, and then yeah, just other things. And then in the back I've got like my winter coats that I don't really wear or don't feel like I'm gonna need anymore. And then this stuff back here is the stuff that doesn't really fit me, but I'm hoping will at some point. I do granted have these two bags here, which are the clothes which are on Vinted. That is that wardrobe done and looking a lot better. Okay, it's a little bit later on and I feel like I've had a good day. I've been very productive. I feel very ready for spring. And I've just basically been sat uploading my clothes onto Vinted, so go check it out, link in the description. But yeah, I'm happy with what I've done today and what I've achieved, so round of applause for Jess, please, round of applause. But that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Thank you once again to HelloFresh for sponsoring a portion of this video. All the details for that will be in the description. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please give it a thumbs up, go hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you.